Hi guys. Where to even begin? Like where to even begin? Um, I don't know how to even start this. Don't know how to start it. Um, as everybody knows, I have always prayed for me to be a mother, for me to be able to carry, and I've always wanted to adopt and all these things. And well, 2 weeks ago, I was feeling very uncomfortable, like not in any pain or anything, but just like talking was bothering me. Like Jordy would talk to me and it was bothering me. Just everything was just bothering me. I just felt very ugh. And mind you, at that time I was always with an irregular period. My period would never come when it should. Um, I had been 158 days with no period. So I'm like, I just need my period to come. Like I always tell God, like, God, forget about me being pregnant. I need to have my period. Allow me to get my period. I need that. I need that so much. Well, so much that he allowed me to spot. I started spotting on on Wednesday, light pink, and I was like, I got my period. Like my period's coming. Then the second day, I was spotting again that light pink, and I'm praying like, yay, like God, you are amazing. You're letting me get my period. Like I really need it. I've gained so much weight, not because I'm eating nasty or not taking care of myself, but it's my health just so unbalanced. My hormones are unbalanced. Like sometimes my body acts like I'm period on some months that I'm not, and it's just bad. And so the third day I was spotting, but it was like as if you're done with your period. You know when it turns like brown. And I know this is TMI, so if you don't like what I'm saying, just like pass forward a bit. But like it's TMI, but yeah, I was light brown. In fact, it was like kind of like this, not exactly like this, but just a creamier color, like towards your end of your period. So I was like, this is not normal, and that was on Wednesday. That I took yeah, no, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, I was spotting. And then Wednesday was the day that it was brown. So I remember Wednesday, I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to take a pregnancy test. So I bought a whole bunch of pregnancy tests, like 18 like pregnancy tests, and they all came out positive. Like I wasn't taking them all that one day, but it was like every day I was like taking a pregnancy test. Every day I was taking a pregnancy test, and they would all come out positive, to the point that I was like, okay, I need to take more than one day because this is crazy. I would take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night. They were all positive. I'm like, I'm pregnant. And so I would show it to Jordy, and Jordy's like, nah, I don't want to see it. It's not positive. I made Jordy look. He's like, I'm not going to accept that. He was like, I see the line, but it's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be darker. So therefore, it's not a pregnancy test. It's not a positive test. So you're not pregnant. So I was like, dude, your negativity is like bad. Like, take that energy somewhere else because that is not good energy. And he's like, oh my God, here you go with the energy and da-da-da. And I'm just like, I know that I'm pregnant. The way that I'm feeling, I know that something's not right. Like, I know that I'm pregnant. Like, I'm 100% pregnant. Mind you, I've been very nauseous. My breasts were in so much pain, like to the point that I wasn't even able to wear a bra. I would put my heat pack on my back because my back is hurting, or my breast was just like pumping, like everything was just hurting, right? So I'm like, wow, this is not normal. So I'm definitely pregnant. Like test shows that it is, and I gotta believe that. But which is crazy, weeks ago, I posted up a video of how I was crying because I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive and it was a false positive. And just things align, like things just come to line, and like there's like a pattern. Like it's crazy, signs. It's just signs. Whole point is that I didn't want to believe that I was pregnant, and so because I have Jordy that's not believing it, so I was like, you know what, I can't do that. I'm gonna believe that I am, and so therefore, if I see those lines, that's what it is. So every day I waited, and I would see the lines just getting darker and darker and darker. So as you guys know, I went to New York for my sister's baby shower, and I knew that Friday that I was leaving, that line was just as dark as day. Like, you are pregnant. Like Jordy, like if this is not darker for you to see it, then I don't know what to tell you. that same Friday, he was like, well, if you are pregnant, then I don't think you going to New York is a good idea. And I go, what are you talking about? I have to. Like, I have things I have to do when I go there. Like, I promised my sister I was going to be there for her special day. I can't just not go. Like, you're already not being able to go, which is a bummer. And if I don't go, she's going to be really hurt. Like, I have to be there for my sister. And so I went. And when I went, I was very uncomfortable. I felt very, like I just wanted to rest. And I tried my best not to stress and move around and do things. I wanted to tell my family, like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like, I took a pregnancy test. Like, yes, I'm pregnant. But I didn't say anything because I was still spotting when I was in New York. And it's my sister's, like, gender reveal. Like, I don't want to talk about me. And everybody was like, oh, like, are you pregnant? Like, when are you going to be pregnant? Like, we want you to be pregnant. We're praying for you. And I love that. Like, I love that everyone is praying for me. Like, all those prayers mean so much to me and so much to Jordy. It really shows how loved we are, although we felt we weren't. It shows that the day that we do have our child will be loved by everyone. And my child will be part of you guys. Like, my child will also be yours. Because the amount of love that you guys give and the amount of prayers that you guys put in for us, it means a lot. And so with that all being said, I didn't take any pregnancy tests when I was in New York. I just wanted to focus on my sister and her beautiful gender reveal and just enjoy that special moment with her and with Louis. And Sunday, I came back home. I came back to Florida, and that same Sunday when I got here in the afternoon, I took a pregnancy test, and that test came out darker than ever. It was like the color of my folder, dark blue. And I was like, okay, Jordy, look. And he's like, so you are? And I'm like, yeah. So I was like, so to have some more peace, more for his sake, I said, let's go get, let me see if I can make an appointment with my OBGYN and see, with my primary, and see if they can do a blood work to see if they could, you know, tell me if I am. So they did a, what's that called? My medical term is horrible. My medical term is so bad. They did an HCG, sorry. They did an HCG blood work on me. And that was on Tuesday, on the 20th. And it ended up being that my urine came out positive, my blood work came out positive, but it was very, 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 very light. And the level was at 21.9. So it was very, very low. The number is very low. And so they said, you know, it could be a possibility that you might be having a miscarriage, or we just caught you like very early on. And so we do think, though, that it might just be a miscarriage, but we're hoping for the best for you. So we want to say you need to come back in 2 days. Let's do blood work on you. And let's see if the blood work comes out that the number level is going up. But if in case that number goes down, we need you to understand that you just had an early miscarriage. And I wasn't trying to hear that. I was like, nope. Like, I have been building my faith. I've been asking God for things. I didn't think God was ever going to heal me or do things, but he did in his way. And not in my way, of course, but he definitely did things his way of how he wanted to, and that's what matters for me. So with that being said, I went after the 2 days that they told me to go and get my blood work done, which is today, Friday. I got the blood work done, and I have been keeping it so positive for like a month now, since I went to El Salvador. And I've been keeping it 100. I've been keeping it really, I've been focused and been very positive with this whole situation. And when the nurse comes in, and right away she looked upset, I already knew what she was going to say. She said, I want you to know that your HCG level has dropped. You were at 21.9, and today you are at 18.1. Your numbers is dropping, which means that you had an an early miscarriage. With that being said, we need you to go to certain places so that way they can check you and evaluate you and see if those numbers drop again. So call your OBGYN, or here's this number that I need you to call, and have them check you at that OBGYN and see if you're having an ectopic pregnancy or you just had an early miscarriage. And I said, okay. I know 100% that if it was an ectopic pregnancy, I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm not. I haven't been in any pain. In fact, I haven't been bleeding like that red right there for me to feel that it was a miscarriage or anything to be concerned about. And so with that being said, I was pregnant, and in 2018 I had a miscarriage, and ever since that moment that I went through that, I went through the biggest depression. I fell through a depression that I was like in the dark, and I never wanted to come out from it. And until I came here, where I said, Joy, I need change. I need to change. I need change. I need to go to Florida because that's where the change will happen. And that's exactly what happened. We came here, and I started growing and building my faith, building myself up, working on myself, and just like putting time for me. Because I just felt like I was never able to do that, because I always put others first before my needs. And so when I came here, I said I have to be selfish of myself and just put myself first, because I matter, and no one else is going to take care of me but me. And so I need to do that. I need to work on me. So coming here, I've been working on my faith and working with just like me, and just knowing that I'm not by myself, and God is always with me, and working on that. But of course, there were days where I questioned, like, when will that day happen? When will I be able to be a mom? Because when 2018, I had no idea that I was pregnant. In fact, I had no idea at all that I was pregnant. I didn't even test for a pregnancy test or anything. It just happened to be using the bathroom. Things happened. So with that all being said, with this type of situation I'm going through right now, to know that I had a miscarriage, to be told today that I had a miscarriage, I took it as a sign that God heard my prayers, and he said, well, you've always wanted to be a mom. You told me that I took away, because I did. You told me that I took away, like I stole something from you from the first time you were pregnant, because you weren't even able to take a pregnancy test and see the lines. I allowed you to see that. I allowed you to see your lines, and I allowed you to be excited. And it was more like a test. It was more like, let's see your reaction, and let's see if you're going to see the signs. I never thought that I would be able to be a mom. I never thought that my body was ever going to be able to get pregnant. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to. So with that being said, God shut me off. He shut me down, in the sense that he basically is saying, toma aquí pa que conozca que usted puede tener un bebé. This is for you to know that you can have a baby. This is just not your time. And I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. I am so happy, though, that I got to take all those pregnancy tests and see those lines. I am so happy that I was able to keep that faith. You have no idea the joy I have to know that I was so focused. I was so positive in all of the situation, even though I knew that it could be a possibility that it was going to be a miscarriage. I took it as, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, then amen. But no matter where it goes, no matter what happens, I know that God he's healing me, and he's helping me with my health. And so seeing that I got to do what I was never able to do from the first time I had my miscarriage, and see those lines and be excited, it really is an honor. Just to know that I was a mother for a couple weeks, and that's okay. But now I have two beautiful babies just taking over and watching me, and that's fine. And that's okay. But he allowed me to be a mom. And that's just to show that God is so good. Even through the problems that we have, he is so good. Because through the problem that we go through this, better things are coming. And I believe that, and I claim that. Um, I am just shocked to even know that I was 158 days with no period. And every month I always checked myself. But for some reason last month I did not, because I had no time to. Because I was doing my missionary, and so nothing came about. But then when I started spotting, this month, I decided to, 2 weeks ago. And so, yeah, I'm just beyond happy to know that my body is doing its thing. I just might need a little bit more time, more help with my doctors to help me in the process to be able to carry the baby. And that's okay. That is what I will do. I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing my faith. I do want to let you guys know, for some that were asking, or that thought you were right. I was pregnant. And for those that said I will be pregnant, I will have a baby, you were right. I was able to. But of course, it's not my time. It's God's time. And currently, right now, wasn't my time, and that's okay. But what's also crazy is that this week, on Sunday, my church, one of the coordinators at our church was like, hey, Virgin Mary is going to homes this week, and nobody wants to take her this week. Are you interested in taking her? Personally, I'm always like a yes all the time. Like, I will say yes to absolutely everything that has to do with God. But this time, I just wanted not to say anything and allow Jordy to say yes or no. And Jordy was like, yeah, like, yeah, for sure. I got so happy. I was like, oh my God, okay. So with all of what was going on, I said, Monday is our anniversary, our 2-year anniversary. And I said to him, married, I said to him, well, our mother, the Virgin Mary, is here this week for a reason. And I don't know what that reason is, but whether it's good or bad, it's a big blessing that I have her here. And I think part of the reason why she was here was to prepare me for this loss of my baby. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I can feel the peace. I can feel like, it's crazy. I never thought I would feel this. But I feel like a peace and comfort. And I feel like I'm not alone. I feel so happy through it all. Like, I would never think, oh, I'm happy I had a miscarriage. No, like, I'm so happy that, like, my body was able to do it for a short amount of time, but it was able to do it. I never thought I would be able to ever have a baby. I never thought I would be able to ever be pregnant or ever be able to see lines. And I sure enough did. And I was so excited the first day I took that test. I was like, oh my God, I already want to tell everybody on Facebook. Like, all my family are on there. All my high school friends are on there. My teachers and things like that. And I'm like, oh my God, like, everybody, I know everybody's praying about this, and everyone's waiting for this moment. But I'm sure many of you guys aren't waiting for this moment for me to say that I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage. And that's okay. And that's okay. The point is that God is real. God is doing his thing, and God is building faith. He's building families. He's building marriages, and he's building love through each and every one of us. And through this problem that I'm going through right now, which is part of a battle that I'm going through, I still feel his love and his presence and his calling. And I know what's coming for me is going to be the biggest gift of what I've ever wanted. I know that whatever he's going to come with and give me, I am praying hard on that. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait for what God has for me and for what God has for Jordy and for our family. I have to share this with you guys. I'm sorry that this is a very long video. But I also want to share like the excitement of all the pregnancy tests that I did take and what it looked like. Um, because honestly, the joy I felt through the whole time is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even though I knew that this would also be a option that could have happened. And it did. And that's okay. So with that being said, please keep me in prayers. I also want you guys to put others in prayers that are also going through something similar or going through the same thing, that can't have kids and are working hard to have. Um, and also pray for those that are trying to have an abortion, because having a kid is a blessing even through our problems. If God allows you to go through those problems and yet gives you that miracle, it's for a reason. And so, um, with that being said, I just wanted to share this story with you guys, with what I'm going through and what's happening. And I cannot wait for what God has for me later down the road. It's going to be beautiful. I'm so excited. So excited. This is a blessing. It is. Um, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. God bless you all. And thank you guys for listening. If you guys stood from the beginning to the end. So thank you.